In this episode, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of marketing environment analysis, a complete breakdown. Think of it as a marketing detective story, Lily, where we uncover clues to understand the landscape where businesses operate.
Exactly, Sophia. And it's not just about knowing your customer, it's about knowing everything that impacts your ability to reach and resonate with them. It's about understanding the playing field before you even step onto it. So, let's start with the basics. What are the key elements we need to consider when analyzing a marketing environment?
Great question. We can break it down into two major categories, the microenvironment and the macroenvironment. The microenvironment is like your immediate surroundings, the factors you have more direct control over or can directly influence. Think of it as your inner circle in the marketing world.
So that would include things like your company itself, its internal capabilities, your suppliers, your marketing intermediaries like retailers and distributors, and of course your customers and competitors. It's all about the players directly involved in your business's success.
Precisely. Your internal capabilities, your resources, your technology, your employee expertise all impact your marketing strategies. Your suppliers ensure you have the materials to create your product or service, and your marketing intermediaries are crucial for getting your product to your customers. Analyzing your competitors is vital, understanding their strengths, weaknesses, and strategies. And finally, understanding your customers' needs, wants, and behaviors is the foundation of effective marketing.
Absolutely. Now, let's shift our focus to the macro environment. This is the broader context, the bigger picture that influences all businesses regardless of industry or size.
Think of it as the global forces impacting your microenvironment. It's the world stage where your inner circle performs. It encompasses things like the political environment, economic conditions, sociocultural factors, technological advancements, environmental concerns, and legal regulations. These are the forces largely beyond your direct control, but you absolutely must understand them.
Right? The political climate, for instance, can impact regulations, trade policies, and even consumer confidence. Economic factors like inflation and recession drastically affect consumer spending and business investment. Sociocultural trends like changing demographics or evolving lifestyles shape consumer preferences and demand.
Technological advancements are game changers, constantly creating new opportunities and disrupting existing markets. Environmental concerns are increasingly important, pushing businesses towards sustainable practices and impacting consumer choices. And legal regulations, well, they're critical for compliance and ethical conduct. Navigating these forces effectively is essential for long-term success.
It's a bit like trying to navigate a sailboat through a storm, isn't it? You have control over the sails and rudder, your microenvironment, but the wind and waves, macroenvironment, are powerful forces you must adapt to.
A perfect analogy, and understanding the interplay between the micro and macro environments is where the real analytical work begins. For example, a change in government regulations, macro, might impact the production costs of a company, micro, leading them to adjust their pricing strategy.
Exactly. Or a new technology, macro, might disrupt an existing industry, micro, forcing companies to innovate or risk becoming obsolete. Analyzing this interplay helps you anticipate challenges and seize opportunities.
Let's take a specific example. Imagine a coffee shop. Their microenvironment includes their location, their staff, their suppliers of coffee beans and pastries, their competitors, and of course, their loyal customers.
Right? Their macro environment would include things like the local economy, consumer trends towards healthier options, perhaps a shift away from sugary drinks, changes in coffee bean prices due to global weather patterns, and any new regulations related to food safety or waste disposal.
And if there's a sudden economic downturn, macro, the coffee shop might see a decrease in customer traffic, micro. They would need to adjust their pricing or maybe offer promotions to maintain their sales. Or if a new competitor opens across the street, micro, offering more trendy or ethically sourced coffee, macro, they may have to rethink their marketing and offerings to stay competitive.
Precisely. It's a constant dance between adapting to external forces and leveraging internal strengths. Speaking of which, Sophia, did you hear about the marketer who drowned in a shallow river? Apparently, he didn't know how to market his way out.
Oh, Lily, that's a good one. You always manage to lighten the mood with your puns. Let's move on to some practical steps for conducting a thorough marketing environment analysis.
Great idea. One key approach is using SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This helps organize our findings from analyzing both the micro and macro environments.
Exactly. Strengths and weaknesses are internal factors, micro, reflecting the company's capabilities and limitations. Opportunities and threats are external factors, macro, identifying favorable market conditions and potential challenges.
So for our coffee shop example, a strength might be their cozy atmosphere. A weakness might be limited parking. An opportunity could be the growing popularity of plant-based milk alternatives, and a threat could be increased competition from larger chains.
Precisely. Another crucial aspect is competitor analysis. Understanding your competitors' strategies, market share, strengths, and weaknesses gives you a valuable edge.
And don't forget market research. Collecting data on consumer preferences, buying behavior, and market trends provides valuable insights for developing effective marketing strategies. This might involve surveys, focus groups, or analyzing market data reports.
Absolutely. Keeping a close watch on emerging trends is also key. This requires staying informed about industry news, conducting regular market research, and being proactive in adapting to changing consumer behavior and preferences.
Moreover, monitoring the regulatory landscape is equally important. Being aware of any changes in legislation or regulations that could impact your business is crucial for compliance and strategic planning.
That's right. Let's not forget about using PESTLE analysis. It's another framework to analyze the macro environment, focusing on political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors. This provides a more structured way to examine the broader context.
The PESTLE analysis complements the SWOT analysis beautifully. They work hand in hand to provide a comprehensive understanding of the marketing environment. By using these tools, businesses can gain a clearer picture of their market position, identify potential opportunities and challenges, and develop more effective marketing strategies.
It's all about being proactive, not reactive. By constantly monitoring and analyzing the marketing environment, businesses can anticipate changes, adapt to new challenges, and seize opportunities for growth. It's about staying ahead of the curve and making informed decisions based on a deep understanding of the marketplace.
So in essence, a thorough marketing environment analysis isn't just a one-time exercise, it's an ongoing process. It requires continuous monitoring, adaptation, and a willingness to embrace change.
Exactly. And it's the foundation for building successful and sustainable marketing strategies. Think of it as building a house. You wouldn't start constructing without a blueprint, would you? Similarly, a strong understanding of the marketing environment is the blueprint for any successful marketing campaign.
Absolutely. And it's not just about survival, it's about thriving. By understanding the landscape, businesses can not only avoid potential pitfalls, but also identify opportunities for innovation and growth.
To summarize, a thorough marketing environment analysis involves understanding both the microenvironment, your immediate surroundings, and the macroenvironment, the broader context. Utilizing tools like SWOT and PESTLE analysis, along with ongoing market research and trend monitoring, helps businesses make informed decisions, adapt to change, and build robust marketing strategies. Remember, it's a continuous process of learning and adapting.
Perfect summary, Sophia. And remember, listeners, understanding your marketing environment isn't just about numbers and data. It's about understanding people, your customers, your competitors, and the world they live in. It's about empathy, adaptability, and a bit of strategic thinking.
Absolutely. And if all else fails, remember the power of a good pun. Like, why did